Hey, it's your friend Patrick Gaindo, and I'm so excited to share my latest product with you. These intention candles are handmade on Prince Edward Island by Dragé Candle Company. Dragé uses only the finest oils and ingredients like coconut wax for a clean burn and wood wicks for that cozy crackle. If you've already purchased one, you know how incredible these smell. They're scented with vanilla and coffee, or what I like to call the smell of creativity. These were designed in collaboration with Dragé just for my studio. Unlike other candles on the market, these are intention candles. When I'm really needing to get focused and get something achieved, I like to light a candle. It marks the start of the session, and blowing it out at the end calls it to a close. This ritual has grounded me while I've grown my businesses and developed my creative voice and style and practice. Setting intentions has allowed me to make 5 a.m. creative sessions work, even though I'm not a morning person. They've allowed me to build businesses and change careers. They've helped me to understand myself on a much deeper level. And today I'm going to help you set intentions and use your intention candles. I'll also help you learn to reflect on them using my brand new journals, which of course match the art from the intention candles label. So, what is an intention? I like to think of it as less of a to-do item, because it's not, and more of a feeling and trajectory. When I set an intention before painting, I won't say something like, I'm intending to complete this painting. I don't know if I can, and I don't need that kind of pressure put on me. Instead, I want to move deeper and more inward. I'll set an intention by saying, I am calm and patient and feel happy with the work I am doing. By placing these statements into right now, present tense affirmations, we're able to move our minds into them more easily. They aren't hurdles to overcome. They are versions of ourselves we can move into and out of. The one key is to set intentions we believe in fully. If we don't believe in them, we can't achieve them. You may have different intentions for different activities or times of your day. While these candles have a label that you can write on, you may feel you require more. And that's nothing to worry about. Just write the most important intention for yourself, the one you want to embody the most often. Building your practice takes time and consistency, so you can start with just one official candle, or you can order more from me. I'd love to be part of that journey for you. The trick is to zero in on how you want to feel in the moment of whatever you're working on and towards. When you light the candle and read your intention out loud, you'll be actively clicking over to that space in your mind, and this is why it is such a powerful ritual. In my teaching studio and shop, Creative Rebel Studio, my intention candle simply says, carefree, creative, and thoughtful. Those are the feelings I want to embody, I want to convey, and what I hope others will feel when they walk through the doors. Of course, you might need some help to get started, and I've included some sample intentions on the website below, and you're more than welcome to use these for your own intention setting. If you're not currently watching this on my website, that's okay. Just head to patrickgaindo.com/creative intentions. The next important part of setting your intentions is reflecting on them. I recommend doing this in 2 ways. First, when you blow out the candle to call the moment to a close, take a moment to breathe in and check in on your heart, your mind, and your body, then blow it out. This quick check-in allows you to be mindful as you finish up. We're in such a rush every day that this small moment is a powerful one. The second piece is to actively reflect, and one of the best ways to do this is to write it down. If you aren't a journaler, this will likely feel a little bit uncomfortable at first. Don't worry, these words are only for you. No one ever will need to read them, and over time, you'll get more comfortable with this practice. There's no right or wrong way to reflect or to journal, as long as you're honest and kind with yourself. Remember that sometimes being kind means calling yourself out, but please do so in a gentle way. When you reflect on your creative intentions, ask yourself questions like, did I take the time to set this intention with enough care? Did I allow myself to let my guard down so I could be in the space I'm trying to create for myself? And how did my body, mind, and heart feel at the end of my session? Don't bother convincing yourself about what you're doing wrong. If something isn't working, jot it down and then ask yourself, what solutions might help you work beyond this one snag in the road? When you recognize what intentions are working and which ones aren't, you will be more in control of your path. You'll also be able to increase your momentum. Remember, you're trying to build a practice, and creating rituals around these practices are key to setting your mind into the mode you need it in. It's also habit building. The more you do it, the more you feel aligned with what you're doing, the more you'll want to do it. You'll find yourself creating, writing, painting, drawing, singing, dancing, exercising, building, whatever it is you're working on. You'll find yourself doing it more and more. I'm so grateful that you've chosen to align your goals with our new intention candles and/or journals. They've made such a difference in my world, and I'm excited to see how they help you make progress, get aligned, and live intentionally. If you love these, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you, to see photos of your candles and journals in the wild, and to learn about your story. You are making it happen. Go out and live with creative intention. Write your intention, live your best life. I believe in you.